something big is happening, but not everyone is ready to hear it. This statement, uttered by Si-hyuk at a music industry event in Los Angeles, instantly sent shockwaves through the K-pop world. Amidst a veneer of calm, the statement ignited long-dormant speculation among fans' whispers. Behind the diplomatic words, the public sensed an aroma of crisis, tension, and the possibility of major changes within BTS. However, the big question remained: what exactly is happening between Taehyung, Jungkook, and HYB? Taehyung and Jungkook's recent presence in Los Angeles attracted global attention, not only because they are globally renowned K-pop icons, but because their narratives were starkly contrasting. Jungkook appeared as Calvin Klein's global ambassador, undergoing photo shoots, interviews, and attending prestigious events. Conversely, Taehyung was in the same city, yet virtually absent from the public eye. No media appearances, no official statements, and more surprisingly, no public interaction between the two, despite being in the same city. Rumors spread like wildfire. Speculation about Taehyung's contract termination with HYB began to surface, sparking panic and anger among fans. Some said he was seeking a new label. Others mentioned a sharp conflict between Taehyung and management regarding his future career direction. Amidst this tense atmosphere, Si-hyuk's statement should have been a calming influence. However, the opposite occurred, and his brief statement, Bang said, "There are many aspects of this situation that we cannot fully explain. But one thing is certain: not everything you hear is true." Instead of clarifying, this statement opened the door to even broader interpretation. Why didn't he directly deny the rumors of Taehyung's dismissal? Why was there no detailed clarification from management? This silence led most fans to believe HYB was hiding something. Social media exploded with reactions. Hashtags like #ProtectTaehyung, #WhereIsTaehyung, and #HYBTellTheTruth trended rapidly. Many fans speculated that Bang's statement was a diversionary tactic to delay a major announcement. Furthermore, when a journalist in an interview with Jungkook bluntly asked, "Is there a serious problem between Taehyung and HYB?" Jungkook only offered a small smile and replied, "I hope everything will be alright." This answer, far from reassuring, fueled new speculation. Does Jungkook know something he doesn't want to reveal? Or is he himself caught between loyalty to his friend and obligations to the company? Internal sources in the Korean entertainment industry began to speak out, although many chose to remain anonymous. Some mentioned that Taehyung felt dissatisfied with management's plans for his solo project and wanted greater control over his direction as an individual artist, while other sources vehemently denied the dismissal rumors, calling them baseless rumors deliberately created to disrupt BTS's stability. The fact that Taehyung and Jungkook weren't seen together in LA added to the tension. They are known to be close personally, and the public was accustomed to seeing their warm interactions, even offstage. This absence raised a major question. Were they keeping their distance due to internal conflict, or were they actually privately discussing matters away from the media spotlight? Adding to the mystery, Si-hyuk, in a subsequent interview, added another ambiguous statement. "Sometimes, we have to take the hard road to find the light at the end of the journey." This wasn't an ordinary statement. In the current context, it could be interpreted as a hint that BTS was undergoing a major transition phase. Does this mean a restructuring in their relationship with HYB? Or is there an important decision that will affect the group's future direction? However, a few days after the storm of speculation hit social media, the truth slowly began to emerge. HYB finally released an official statement confirming that there was no conflict between Taehyung, Jungkook, or the agency. They also firmly denied that Taehyung would leave HYB or that there were discussions about contract termination. It was stated that Taehyung's presence in LA was for pre-scheduled personal matters unrelated to dismissal rumors or internal conflicts. Bang Si-hyuk also provided further clarification that his comments were misinterpreted due to being taken out of context. He simply wanted to convey that many circulating rumors were not entirely accurate and urged the public to be more selective in how they approach information. Regarding the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook, several reliable sources stated that they remained on good terms and had met privately while in LA. However, both were focused on their respective agendas, so they didn't appear together in public. There was no personal tension, no rift. Everything was merely assumptions amplified by an atmosphere of uncertainty. With this clarification, many fans felt relieved, although some remained skeptical and demanded more consistent transparency from HYB. The disappointment of some fans stemmed not only from the rumors, but from the crisis communication handling, deemed too slow and ambiguous. However, if there's one important lesson from this event, it's that rumors, even unfounded ones, can create an incredible domino effect. Big names like BTS and central figures like Bang Si-hyuk carry a greater responsibility for communication. A little lack of firmness in words can trigger a global storm. Now, with a clearer narrative, the public began to understand that there was no dismissal, no conflict, and no rift. BTS remains united, even though each member is in a phase of individual exploration. Taehyung remains with HYB, Jungkook continues his international activities, and Bang Si-hyuk remains a wise yet reserved figure, as usual. However, one thing remains undeniable. His statement opened Pandora's box, and the world now realizes how fragile the line is between fact and speculation. Going forward, clarity and transparency will be key, not only to maintain fan trust, but also to preserve BTS's legacy as a symbol of unity, strength, and sincerity in the global music industry. Now, the public awaits. What's the next step? Amidst the torrent of information and speculation flooding the internet, one question worth asking is, did all this really happen? Or is this just a carefully crafted scenario designed to reignite media attention? In the entertainment world, narratives constructed by the media often go hand in hand with marketing strategies. Therefore, it's important for us as an audience, especially fans, to not only be passive recipients, but also active thinkers. Bang Si-hyuk's ambiguous statement, Taehyung's mysterious presence in Los Angeles, and Jungkook's tired and slightly evasive expression when asked about internal BTS issues. All this seems to form a dramatic narrative that is so captivating to explore. But let's pause and ask, are we witnessing real facts, or just a drama designed to feel real? The information we present in this report comes from various media sources such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and several other platforms. Most posts are reactive and not entirely based on direct verification. In fact, many viral contents are processed from snippets of interview clips, screenshots without context, or quotes twisted to fit a particular narrative. Have you ever thought how likely it is that we are just being made part of a massive communication strategy? Let's reflect on this phenomenon. Many fans were immediately emotionally triggered upon reading news that Taehyung allegedly left HYB. But without strong evidence, why was this issue believed so quickly? Is it because we trust the narratives constructed by large fanbase accounts so much? Or because we are already too used to being fed by internal drama in the entertainment industry? Why is there no direct documentation showing bad interaction between Taehyung and management? Why is there no recording showing tension between members? And why, if this is indeed a major conflict, did HYB let this rumor grow so wildly without more decisive communication intervention from the start? These questions deserve to be pondered by all parties, especially fans who are emotional about their idols. In today's digital age, sensation spreads faster than facts. One tweet, One edited video, one quote without context can create a global storm. And the most worrying thing, we can become part of that storm without realizing that we are helping to strengthen a hoax that harms many parties. We must also ask, what are the benefits of this issue for certain parties? For social media platforms, controversy brings clicks, views, and advertising revenue. For content creators, drama like this is the main ingredient for engagement. Even for companies, great public attention, even if initially negative, can be used as momentum for a comeback or the launch of a major project. Is it possible that this is all an unannounced communication strategy, but meticulously planned? Or perhaps all this is just a coincidence misunderstood by the public? We as an audience should start cultivating a skeptical attitude, not cynical, but intelligent. Are we still able to sort information based on the credibility of its source? Or are we already too used to sensationalism that satisfies momentary curiosity? For example, when we see a TikTok post showing Jungkook looking gloomy as he leaves a hotel in LA, then coupled with speculation that he had just met with Taehyung to discuss BTS's future, do we realize that it's just a visual interpretation? Do we consider that facial expressions can be influenced by many things unrelated to internal drama? In fact, HYB's official statement confirms that there is no contract termination, no conflict, and no rift within BTS. But why do most fans remain doubtful? Is it because we have already believed the narrative built by rumors? Or is it because we prefer to be entertained by drama, rather than accepting that everything might actually be alright? We also need to ask, how ready are we to accept that not everything we watch, read, and hear on the internet is the truth? Even this article, although compiled with references from many sources, cannot be used as an absolute benchmark because much data is not directly verified. This is an important moment for all of us to reflect. As fans, as viewers, as social media users, do we crave the truth, or do we just want to continue to be involved in drama? It's important to realize that BTS's popularity is not just about music. It's a global cultural phenomenon that interacts directly with the media, business, and public emotions. In an ecosystem as large and complex as that, conflict, both real and fictional, will always be a major source of consumption. Therefore, we want to invite you all, readers, to make this moment an important lesson. Filter information before believing it. Ask yourself, who benefits from this news? Am I being emotionally provoked to believe something unproven? Am I sharing something because I believe it's true, or just because I'm emotionally triggered? Truth isn't always interesting. Facts aren't always dramatic. But in a world flooded with information, being intelligent and skeptical is the only way to stay sane. Let's maintain logic. Don't get carried away by speculation. Let this be a call for critical thinking. And before we share something, let's ask, is this true? Or is it just a story designed to feel true? Thank you for watching with an open mind. The entertainment world is indeed captivating, but as responsible viewers, we shouldn't just be consumers of emotions. We must be seekers of truth. What do you think? Do you think this event really happened? Or is it just a manufactured sensation? Please leave your opinion and let's discuss it together with a cool head and an open heart.